Hi-oh, beaver! Away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the ozfortress Season 32 High Match of High Council of Wizards and Priests vs. Extinction. My name is Luggnuts, and joining me on this cast today is Wiethoofd on production, and my fellow caster is RRLUCKY. Same maps as if anyone's been catching up with the ozfortress on this channel. Going to be Product and Snakewater for tonight. Yeah, so some pretty decent teams for starting us out here. After that, we also have the Twitter, which you can see there. Follow us, twitter.com/CryptCast, and the Discord. Join it. There's lots of stuff going on there as well. So, I mean, these are good things to do. Hop on the Patreon and buy some merch. I mean, honestly, guys, there's good TF2 merch, and I trust you're not going to look out of place at LAN. This is 5th and 6th seed, so pretty close together, hopefully going to be a pretty close game. Pretty decent rosters on both sides. I, see a couple of names I'm recognizing, a few players that I'll be looking out for.
Fez is going to be someone to look out for. He's been pretty talented on multiple classes, Soldier and Scout. Interested to see how people like Smazza do on Soldier. He's known as his Scout for his Scout, so interesting to see how doing his Soldier in such a high division of play. But as we say that now, we are going live with this high ozfortress match here.
There we are. I mean, seeing no one really getting to it quite yet. This is Product, so a map that everyone really knows, so probably won't see too many gimmicks, and Time is the first one to get to mid here.
Yeah, and we see a bit of aggression on the right side here from the Red Soldier. He is going to get pushed off, and nothing too crazy here so far. Good damage on the roof there by Time, actually, taking the scouts off, and Red definitely have a better position right now, but it'll be interesting to see how they take it. Fennec's trying to take some room, but he's going to get gibbed there. And now, all the frags are now going towards the side of Blue. Smazza does trade one back. But at the moment, Blue is taking all of the room on the roofs here, and they take this mid pretty convincingly.
Yeah, really well-timed aggression coming out of the Blue team there, waiting for that frag and then just pulling the trigger on that aggression, sending both those soldiers in and just getting all the space they needed. Good job by Smazza for trading out that player though, because that is going to stop any really aggressive playthrough onto second by the Blue team here.
Yeah, and of course both medics, they both lived, so well done by both of them, but that means we'll have our classic process second stalemate here, so we'll see how these two teams choose to do it. I imagine just some typical soldier sacks. Interesting to see if, Blue team will go for the double sack straight away, and as well as I say that, they do go deep onto the medic, and a lot of damage there, but they actually find 3 frags there, the Red team. So
the counter sack coming through Choke actually managed to get the medic to drop, which is really good for them. Didn't even lose any players for it, so now that gives them a 3-player advantage and the full Uber advantage. If they play this really well, they could take this all the way to last.
Yeah, that was a very good counter sack. Pretty much perfectly done. When you rolls the soldier up at speed properly. When those soldiers are coming into sack, you want to counter sack pretty much straight away, and they did that absolutely perfectly and dropped the medic there. So now this favor is quickly switched onto the side of Red.
Yeah, we're going to see if they manage to get this push in without using their Uber. They do manage to take quite a bit of space over the point. The soldier has come in for the bomb, done a little bit of damage to the medic, but he does manage to survive it with the scout picking up that soldier frag. So now they've managed to take the second point without using their Uber, still giving them a 50% add for going into last. This is looking pretty good for them.
Yeah, and they'll just be taking this straight through door 3 here, jumping right into the heavy. They are going to do a bit of damage here, but no frags actually coming out yet. Fez is going to find a frag there. And there is frags coming out now, but this gun is still up, which might prove problematic, as it is really delaying this cap hunt they're trying to get. The heavy is still up. Lev, he's just going to be sitting there, and he's going to be tanking all of it. And that's pretty much all the Red players down, and maybe a little bit rushed there from Red, as those off-classes really coming in clutch for Blue.
Yeah, definitely getting a little bit impatient as that Uber charge was dwindling just a little bit. But they definitely had a bit of time to take it a bit slower, make sure they take down the sentry gun, and maybe commit a little bit more to the heavy a bit earlier on so that they can focus more wholly on the point.
Straight away, Red are going to get some early re-aggression here. Gus going in deep. He is going to get traded though. Smazzy going down. Gus now, he is weak. He is going to go down. Red have positioning here, but they are losing players, but Lev will go down, and Undrex, well, he will also go down, so Blue tried to regress on top of that, but that was actually really good from Red, realizing that they had a good opportunity there to regress, and they are going to take lobby now.
Yeah, good retake from Extinction. They do have Uber ad again, so they have another crack at taking this last. This time there's no off-classes to face them as well. No heavy, no sentry gun. So this one should be a bit more successful push.
Yeah, and here they come through door 5. Now the Uber is up for them, so they can use this here. Fenix will actually go down before this Uber goes in, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter too much. Oh, so many frags. There's just sea of Red in the kill feed. Lev pretty much the only one alive to try and stop this, as well as Soldier coming in as well, but it's not going to work out for them. As Extinction, they're going to take the first round with a clean second Uber push.
Yeah, these Fez Ubers are really working out for them, to be honest. They managed to get the frags exactly where they want to. They picked up the medic twice in a row on these Ubers, which is no mean feat considering he's going to be wanting to stay alive right to the end of it. So a really good round to put 1-0 on the board for Extinction.
Yeah, we come into this next mid and looking pretty similar so far. Gus is going to be taking a bit of roof aggression, but again, we're seeing pretty similar stuff. Nothing too crazy so far. There's no real damage either coming out, as now some aggression from Undrex onto the red crate. They're not going to be able to do too much here. Smazza with a big bomb onto the scout, but that is not going to work out for him in the end. He is going to get taken down on the frags. Going on the side of blue once again, and this is the second mid win here for the side of High Council. So they're going to take this mid, and with those picks, they are going to be able to take second as well and roll this through, as they are 3 up, and they're going to take this. That's a massive pick onto time as well. That might actually allow them to maybe try and get into last a little bit early here.
Really huge from them, really good pressure on the mid, great focus fire, and that's paying off for them really well. This is their chance to equalize it before the morale gets too deep. Sure enough, you do have a soldier already in, and they're making the play for the medic.
Yeah, but already just 3 frags straight away going towards Extinction there, so maybe a little bit rushed from them. I'm not sure if that gun actually did any part in that, but there will be a bit of a trade there from DBZ. He will be able to find 1 frag, but that won't be enough for them to stay in second. They're just going to have to back out. Lev kind of wants to keep going, but he realizes now there's just no way they're going to be able to get back in. They're just going to reset on mid.
Extinction looking to really take this aggressively. They know those players were late spawns, getting back spawn because of deny, and they really want to go in and take this, and sure enough, they force the Uber out of High Council and use their own Uber in return as well.
Yeah, and this trade is a lot better for Red. They used a lot later right now, and Fenix, well, he's going to be able to find a frag. Lev going to trade one out. They definitely want to stay in here. And another frag down onto Gus, and Fenix also going down. So Red overextending just a tiny bit there, and they're going to get punished. And another frag there. Fez going down. And all it is Smazza and Cam, and they are in an unideal spot right now. They can be caught out by bombing soldiers, and they actually do get out there only just. But Cam is so weak, and Cam will actually go down to Undrex, and that's a wipe on the side of Red Team.
Lev wants to take this. He's already getting position on second, but those spawners are coming in to buy a little bit more time for Extinction to hold on, maybe to get some few off classes up, get their medic up at the very least before these players come in to try to cap the point. There isn't an Uber on the board yet, with only 70% on the side of the High Council, but it is coming up to 100 really quickly, and they're surely going to be able to push it with the full Uber advantage.
Yeah, so they're definitely going to take their time here with the off classes, and we actually see Fenix. He is going to be on the heavy, and he will be spotted. They're coming in with a Lev leading Uber. Fenix will go down before he can hit his reset bind, and well, there is not many frags. Actually, all the frags are going towards Red. Once again, they just collapse onto the point on that fading Uber, and in an instant, Blue just have to back out, and it's only the demo left.
Yeah, quick Uber coming in out from the High Council, really focused on that heavy. They did manage to get him down, like you said, but just not really able to do much else with that, and just the perfect position for Extinction to recollapse, get the frags, and now they're on their second with an Uber advantage.
Yeah, and this is really favourable for Red right now. We'll have to see what Blue do, try and stop this Uber coming in. They have the demo here in Sewer. He's trying to find a sneaky little frag, but he won't be able to do so. He's going to have to back out as he is spotted, so Blue, they're just going to set up for a sack, spam the choke here, try and get that medic to use. Cam does take a spam rocket early. Fez is also very weak, so really good pressure here from Blue, but they aren't getting the force that they want just yet. A big bomb going onto the medic. Cam will hold on to the Uber, loses around about half HP, but overall a pretty clean take, pretty weak. Oh, and actually, as we said, that Gus will go down. He was very weak, so they do take mid pretty much for free, only losing Gus.
Yeah, relatively successful defense from the High Council. They got a really good trade with that soldier. Their own soldiers have got to already be up now with a 5-second respawn onto Gus, so they're going to have a better chance of holding the second against the Uber advantage, which is now rapidly dwindling on the side of Extinction. Dwindling fast enough for the High Council to most likely be able to hold this one.
Yeah, and it does look like Extinction have realised that as well, so it looks like they are just going to pretty much just settle for it, and they do have a round advantage, so they are just going to sit here now, make sure not to take too big of a risk, because actually we do see the medic buffing up soldiers in Sewer. Maybe try to go for a bit of a sack play here. Yeah, here comes Gus. He's going to go deep onto the medics, and good rockets, and Smazza trying to follow up as well, but the medic will get outdoor one. And he will live. There goes 3 players actually. Fez also going down in that, so that will surely mean that blue will be able to push through mid here.
Bit of a risky play from them because they are, like you said, a round up, so the more times getting off the board is actually benefiting them. But they decided they wanted to not play around, not get the stalemate. They wanted to pull the trigger on it, and they did. Didn't quite work out. I think Fez got picked up a trap, but still not the end of the world for them. They're now holding their second, but still they have still Uber, and nothing's going too bad for them.
Well, here we go, an entry here onto second. I think there might have just been a double sack there from the soldiers, and they both go down. They do trade on Fez, so that's actually a pretty good trade, because it means that red, they might not be able to push out mid now. Usually you can with that 2-player advantage, but Fez being down pretty much means that they can actually somewhat hold this. Gus going in for a sack, and does sadly bonk his head on the top of IT, so he won't get too far before he's shut down by the scouts. So looks like we are going to reset. Lev trying to pressure in, actually trying to walk in here, and they've actually found some room. As also DBZ also in the top of IT, but doesn't look like it's enough room to play off, so we're just going to reset.
Yeah, back to the good old process stalemate position. This is a situation where you wouldn't be too surprised to see someone pulling out a sniper or, you know, watching old pull out the spy. Smaz, I know, is a pretty good off-classer, so seeing something from him might be pretty interesting here. But again, like I said, Extinction doesn't really have to make too many things going, and it definitely looks like the High Council does with that another double soldier sack. Doesn't quite get anything though.
Good job from Cam there. He's around about, you know, sub 40 HP, and he holds on to that, knowing that it was going to be very hard for that other soldier to hit a rocket on him, so good heads-up play from him not to pop there, and here comes the counter sack / entry here, I think. Smaz going to go deep. He hits a good entry rocket onto the medic. And red are they are poking choke, trying to get that spam onto the medic, but it won't be enough. And he ran to about 50 HP for the blue medic, and he is just going to hold on to it. So it looks like, yeah, just the constant sack game that we're pretty used to on Process.
Yeah, both of these teams just really going in hard with these really aggressive, even using double sacks quite a bit here. Not too afraid of losing this midpoint or getting pushed back too much. Extinction does seem to have taken their foot a bit off the gas, not trying anything crazily aggressive, apart from just the pressure on their counter sacks. But now again, another double soldier sack coming in from the High Council.
Yeah, and it actually works out well for them, as Cam will have to pop that time, so... but this is the interesting situation where blue have to decide what they want to do. They are 2 players down, and red will try and pressure off that player advantage and maybe try and get a force in here. That looks like they're trying to hold their ground, but a 2-shot from Fenix get taken down, and Brett is completely called out. And Fenix, massive 2k there to really secure the mid for them, and even though they have a massive Uber advantage, you can't really do much with so many players.
Didn't manage to deny the forward spawns though, which does mean they're not going to be able to convert that into a take on second. Going to give them a bit of a chance to equalise, but there still is a pretty significant advantage for the High Council, and they're now having to use it really aggressively in choke with Lev.
Yeah, and there we go. That is going to be time actually going down to Lev there, and this Uber does come out, but that's all they're going to find. Oh, they actually do find Smasher towards the end of that as well, so... But it's not great because the red medic here, Cam, he is on 95%. And if he just lives here, they have a massive Uber advantage. So they get mid for now, blue, but here comes the Uber. Leading on Fez here. He is going to be looking for the medic. He's not going to get it. And actually, they don't get much out of this Uber. And it looks like they're kind of just stuck in choke right now. Bread going to try and jump forward, try and lock him out. And really, that Uber at the end of the day, whilst it looked like it could have gotten a lot, they ended up getting nothing.
I think that was entirely voluntary. I think that a bit of that was forced. There was a lot of damage being spread around the Extinction team. They're going to have to pull out of the second pretty soon, though, because there is an Uber advantage for the High Council, and if they play this really well, they could actually convert this into last unless Extinction keeps their players alive.
Yep, going to be some grinding from Lev to get this Uber as quick as possible. They're at 100%. Undrex is going to be leading the way. He's going to jump through. He hasn't spotted Smazza, though, on Al-Qaeda, and well, there we go. Smazza will get spotted now, and he will surely go down. There he goes. Some medic arrows being spammed from Cam, trying to hit the medic, trying to get some force, but nothing will happen. And well, this Uber advantage is, well, not much anymore. It is only at 10%, so it looks like we are just going to be going to a standard. Well, as I say that, they're actually going to try and enter here. One soldier coming in, he is going to go down, and it looks like that was just a double sack from the High Council.
It was a really good play out of Extinction, that pull out, you know, perfectly timed. And now with those 2 frags, they're actually going to be able to challenge the second as well. Right now, from Extinction, I think, the High Council is going to want to defend this point as hard as they can. If they just give it up, gets sent back to mid, not going to be a fun place to be, especially when you're a round down. And sure enough, they do manage to hold on to the second point, prevent any push out from Extinction, just that sack going through. But off class is now being set up for the side of Extinction, so this point's just become a lot harder to crack.
Well, here we go. I think we see the first off class here of the whole game in terms of sniper on the pit class here. And he is going to be peeking door 3, trying to find anything. And there we go, first shot onto Gus. And that is a great pick, but won't be enough to push off, but it'll get him a lot of room. And as you can see, they're waddling into door 5, trying to get that gun down. That will be massive. Just getting some more room here for DBZ. Seeing if they can get anything more, but Smazzer on the counter snipe, he's going to find Underx, and it looks like Cam actually did get forced in that. So now, oh, there's the counter use, but Lev is going to go down before the Uber comes out, and that is really going to hinder this push. Because really, it's just Bread here. Another soldier comes in, but there's like 10% Uber left, and he's just going to get it gibbed by the stickies on the point, and yeah, that's unfortunate that Lev goes down there.
I was actually really lucky for Extinction. A soldier walked right in front of the medic just in time to prevent him getting headshot. But that kind of snipe from Smazzer is exactly what I wanted to see out of him, and he got a lot of headshots during that time, even though he only got 1 kill, and really helped his team turn away that push. Things are not looking the best for High Council because their medic did go down there, so they have a big Uber disadvantage, but they're still going to want to delay it just as hard as they can to knock themselves in a position where they're holding the last against Extinction again.
Oh jeez, nice pipe from Bread. They're going to hit Gus. As Gus thought he was safe in the top right, but Bread showing that he's not, and Gus chucking in the nice shot in chat. As Blue now, they're going to be really trying to pressure this. They really don't want to let them have this for free. DBZ, he's going to go down to Fenix with a 2-shot. And, well, they tried their best. They did actually delay quite a long time, so that is good for them, but they still have a pretty big disadvantage around about 50%, so they're probably going to have to give up this second as well.
Yeah, not like you said, they delayed quite a while, so not the end of the world. They might have hold last here, but it's not a situation where they're holding last with disadvantage. Aggressive Uber coming in with Fez, managed to pick up Lev and aliases, ladies and gentlemen. That's Lev, and who is that on medic? That's Mac. There we go. Which is actually really good now for Extinction, because they're going to be able to push into this with an Uber advantage.
Yeah, that was a really good heads-up call. It would have been from Fez, I imagine. Coming in through top IT with the Uber, and Blue were just completely not ready for it, so that was a really good heads-up play, and it's going to net them a pretty decent advantage. Looks like we're about 40-50% right now, so that should net them, you know, in theory around here, but we'll see how Blue holds this. They do have Heavy and the NGs, so we'll see how that goes.
Exactly. Like I said earlier, these Fez Ubers have actually been paying off really well for them. They have been getting their targets that they've wanted to. Maybe the targets have sometimes been a bit of an issue, but right now, as long as they handle these off classes, like you said, they're in a really good position here, and they're taking in the other Uber now through door 3.
Again, they do this jumping Uber here from Time, and I don't know if it's going to pay off too well. He gets stalled in the air for a very long time, and because of that, he's not going to get a huge amount of damage, and there we go, DBC going to find Gus as well, and this Uber's really found nothing at the end of the day. And they're probably just going to have to back up because they don't have really any advantage to play off. So again, that jumping through door 3 but just doesn't seem to be working out for Red.
Yeah, I don't want to make any judgments, but definitely the Fez Ubers seem to be working a little bit better than the Time Ubers. You know, these scouts, like Fez has clearly been able to show he's hitting quite a lot of shots when he gets in close, so leaning on him's having quite a bit of effect. Especially against his off classes, it's going to be really hard to enter in without getting juggled. But as I say that, the Ubers actually come out of the High Council. They're looking to pick up a lot of frags while they do this. Not too sure if that was a force, maybe from Smazzer or something, but that was a pretty early pop.
Yeah, and well, Undrex will go down to Fez there, so it looks like there will be a fight on mid here. As Blue, their health isn't the best here, and it looks like Red are going to take advantage of that. Going to try and re-push with their health advantage, and I think Blue are going to have to concede here. DBC, he's looking for some value pick here, but after staying alive for a while there, he will go down, and oh my, Time going in deep. He is going to find the other demo, and all the frags here. It's just a sea of red. Lev is going to find a frag onto Time though, so that is a good frag, but still a massive Uber disadvantage and player disadvantage. Red is going to be coming in. Cam will get forced. I don't think it's going to matter too much because the players are still where Undrex is very weak up the top right. He's going to go down. Players are spawning for Blue, but I don't know if it's going to help too much. The medic will go down and they're so weak here. Red can just chip away at the health. The spawners are still coming in though. The soldier will come out. He will go down. And this is an absolute scrappy fight. But the red medic is still up, and another scout will go down. Fenix going down. It is only really Bread up to defend this point. And after a massive scrappy fight, there are spawners coming out, seeming endlessly. Extinction will get their second round.
Definitely, I think a good play for Fez to try to take that really aggressive Uber. Didn't get the mid how I think he wanted, but did get them a solid foothold into the point area and allow them to hold off those spawners to convert that into another round. So now they're 2-0 up and 11 minutes left, so the pressure is going to start being felt by the High Council.
Yeah, we'll see if their mids change up a little bit here, trying to get a bit more aggression, get a move on. Well, nothing too different. Oh, Lev just takes so much damage at the start of the round from the demo and scouts, and that's really just going to hinder their mid straight away. 3 frags here for the side of Extinction. They get the medic as well. This is surely a wipe here. It is only DBZ left. He's trying to find something here, but it looks like he will go down to Fenix, and that is just a dominant mid from Extinction.
He found something alright. What he found was a 2-tap from Phoenix. Not really a nice place to be after the mid, especially because, I mean, by all means, this is looking like a round for Extinction. Full Uber advantage, and they're about to push into this last. I mean, off-class is coming up from the side of the High Council, but things are looking rough for them. Not even a level 3 sentry gun yet, and no heavy on their side out of spawn at the moment, so they got to be praying for something right now, some kind of miracle to bail them out of this position.
Even if they wanted to, Extinction, they might, you know, they could even stay out here if they wanted to and just not use his Uber advantage. It looks like they are gonna see if they can do anything with the Uber advantage. They are taking a while, but it looks like they are just buffing up players from the looks of things. It looks like they're heading through door 1 with Fez and Time, and the Uber is going to be coming out straight away. The frag onto Lev will be massive there, and the gun will go down. DBZ on Sniper in spawn. He's going to have to swap off. He's not going to be able to find anything on the Uber players, and Soldier on the backup point, he's going to go down. And just again, all red frags here. Undress is going to try and do something miraculous, but he's weak. Gus going to do a massive bomb into the top, and well, I mean, that's a pretty dominant round from Extinction with 9 minutes left now.
Yeah, at this stage, I mean, you got to worry about the mental of the High Council here. They've gone 3 rounds down, 9 minutes left. I mean, they've got to turn something around on this mid, definitely. Surely their first 2 mids actually went pretty well for them, so this time they really have to channel whatever energy was there, present there, and get this rolling back in their favour.
And here we go, massive bomb here from Blue Soldier. He is not going to find anything though, sadly. As they really going to have to change up this mid, it seems like they really want to get something done. They are playing a different side this time towards the enemy pack, and they are taking a lot of ground, but it looks like just a mirror mid here. Red don't have to really do anything here. They can just wait and see what Blue wants to do.
Well, the change-up actually came from Red, because that fellow Blitzcrank, which has already reached 100%, hopped on the Doom-Man. That's already full flags coming out onto Red and Lev, and now onto Undrex as well. That's just complete destruction coming out of Extinction. I mean, proving their namesake, except it's High Council that's getting extinct here. This play worked so well for them, because that's another full team wipe, going to allow them to push last with Uber advantage again, although this time crit's not Uber.
That was an incredible call for whoever made that. That completely caught me off guard even, I didn't even realise, so, and I have all the HUD, so, it's a really good call from them to go on the crits, as, kind of just seals the deal on mid, especially when they're playing that slowly, both teams, so, very good call, whoever made that. Now they have a crits out, and seeing how Time did on that last one, I can only fear for Blue of how they're going to survive this crits.
Well, that's a good play from one of the Blue Soldiers there, managing to pick up a scout, but the crits has already come out from Extinction. Hasn't really gotten anything yet, though. There is still frags coming in for the side of Extinction, though, but equal frags coming out from the High Council, so it's 2 down on each side. Unfortunately, Mac was one of the players that died for the High Councils. They won't have any Uber to defend this with, but Cam managed to get out with his own Uber, so they will have their crits ad again for pushing this last.
Yeah, and they're just going to walk on in right now. They've got so much room in door 5. Undrex is weak, and he will actually go down to a spam rocket from Smasher here. And they are just going to reset a little bit here. They know they have the crits ad. Fenix does go down, so they're just going to sit back out on second here. And wait for this crits to come back up. Gus gets out alive, and this is going to be another attempt, I think, here. As Blue, they do try and pressure as much as they can, but really there's not much they can do right now. They just gotta hold on and see if they can get the frags whilst this crits is coming out. Crits is now 100%, and Time is gonna come in through door 3, trying to land some stickies here, but nothing as of yet. And Fez will find a frag there, but Lev will trade out on 2 of them actually. Both scouts going down from Lev. And Gus, he will trade onto the medic though, so that is, again, just kind of deja vu. As again, it's Mac going down in these crits exchanges here, and well, Lev, he is on second, but it looks like the rest of the team is here on last. Red coming into last, Red gonna go down, there's gonna be a trade, Blue Soldier going down, and Time coming out with the axe at the end, and Lev
Oh,
off
no.
the point.
Lev doing so much work for his team, killing 2 scouts, still on full HP, just easily cleaned them up, getting another play off, going behind them, doing all he could do, and then just at the end, steps off the point and lets the medic cap. That's tragic. It's now 4-0 for Extinction, and they're getting close to the Mercy roll.
Yeah, currently they are, and well, again, you're going to wonder how this mid goes, and they're going to try and play their pack side, but straight away Brad goes down. Smazza will go down and return, same with Gus, but Fenix will find another trade. Lev trying to make some room here for his team, but he is going to get caught out, and yeah, look, with 6 minutes left, 4-0 down, and losing the mid, yeah, it's going to be very hard for them to pull back.
Yeah, it's one of those positions where, everyone says that it's technically possible. I think you can get around a minute, but I mean, especially for a team that's just gone 4-0 down, you got to wonder if they've got the will left in them to do it, They're certainly on their last again, but they can't afford to go for the off classes and stalemate it out anymore. They have to make sure they go ahead, play this aggressively, see what they can do, because if they just turn it back into a process stalemate, then this is game over for them.
Yeah, and we actually see Smazza on the sniper here and DBZ on the spy, so double pick losses here, so I'm going to have to see how this interaction goes, but we always know how good Smazza is on the sniper, so that will always be a worry for blue team once they see that. And we will see DBZ going behind everyone here as well, so we'll see if he can actually get a stab here, and he is going to uncloak, walk in, Lev is going to find a frag, and nope, DBZ is going to get found out by the medic, and he will go down, and that's 2 down as well, so that's going to be a lot of room for Smazza and Red to get in.
Yeah, that's brutal for them. A lot of room for them to get in now. That looks like they are trying to take it in with door 5. Still haven't used it. They can take a really long time, walk it really deep. Finally popped on their players, and a counter pop coming out from the blue team. But I mean, I don't know how well it's going to do for them since there's still 3 players down.
Spawners do come up in 5 seconds, but another social going down there, and that's not going to be great. Fenix will find DBZ as well, and the only trade is from Lev. He will find 2 frags, but I don't think it will be enough as the sword comes out from Fenix. He will go down to himself, and a taunt coming out from Cam.
It's Lev against the world again, and this time he buys just enough time for his team because Cam decided it was more important for him to do a little bit of BM and taunt on point instead of try to help his players cap it.
Yeah, you see the in chat, like he expected his team to cap when he could just taunt there, but kind of caught with his pants down as his team got cleaned up without the heals, so I don't think, in the grand scheme of things, obviously, I don't think it's going to matter too much as they try and fight here on second tier. Lev will find Gus, Smazza will trade onto Undrex, as Lev will go down to an arrow from Cam, which is not a great feeling, and they'll actually be able to retake second tier Red.
Yeah, Cam trying to redeem himself for that flop, or maybe, doesn't really care since he capped the last point anyway on the the 4th round, so, he's earned a little bit of leeway. But surely it's even Ubers again, but it just looks like Extinction is just going to want to take this aggressively. They're all on go mode, put the pedal to the metal, gas down, and not really paying attention to the time here. With only 3 minutes left, there's not really much High Council can do to turn this around anyway.
Yeah, having a bit of fun with it towards the end of it. It looks like they will actually end up stalemating here on the second point here. I don't think Blue will know they have a small ad here of like 4% that is not going to be usable anyway, so it looks like they're just going to be in a near unwinnable situation. I think it is pretty much unwinnable now, so I don't even know if they'll be able to get around on the board for the ladder purposes, so that is going to be a bit rough for them. And I assume they will try and push it. Oh,
Lev on spy. Now Lev is an old, really good spy player. Every time he comes up, he usually gets some pretty big frags. I don't know how well this team might expect it. I've been waiting to see him hop onto it. They know there's a spy out. Managed to pick up a player on Extinction anyway, given Lev all the space he needs to get behind. Let's see if he can pick up the mid here. He has decloaked, and it's bearing down on him. They have seen him, and is he going to get away? Just.
Yeah, he's going to cloak right onto the point, and just going to sit around, see if he can maybe find a cheeky stab. And nope, cancel that. He will be found by Fez, and that one meat shot will put him to bed. As now we are 2 minutes 30 left in the round in the game. And Red, it looks like they want to try and take something. There's 2 minutes, why not? They're going to start walking to lock now and see if they can find anything. But Soldier is caught out. Undrex, he does get juggled, but he will live. And yeah, just a bit of poking and prodding as they will find a pick onto a Soldier. I don't know if that's going to be enough for them to come in this level trade onto Smazza.
Yeah, pretty rough situation for them now. I mean, High Council at this stage. They just want to get something done. They can probably get around if they play this really aggressively, coast to coast it. But I mean, it's looking tough. Getting out of this one's going to be a really hard position, and I don't really think that Extinction really cares too much to try anything crazy enough to give that opportunity to the High Council.
Yeah, and with a minute 30 left, we do see another spy here, and he's going to be found. I think Cam has found every spy that has come up from High Council, so hats off to Cam. Seems to be pretty aware what's going on and listening to the calls of his team and turning around pretty quickly. And it looks like they're saying there's a minute left, so let's just take it in. Why not? They're going to try and take it in door one, and well, Fez going to be leading the charge once again, trying to get a force off onto the blue team scout of Lev. And the exchange will be in blue's favour here. A lot more for them to work with, but looks like everyone's just going to get out and pretty much... Oh, actually no, there is going to be a pick onto time. A trade under X, but I don't know if it's going to mean much. We're just going to have a chaos on second and last simultaneously. And this looks more like Soap DM right now than it does the actual game.
Yeah, the 50-second chaos plays. Both teams kind of want to see some action. People are starting to fall asleep, and there's a whole nother map coming, so they got to maintain that DM sharpness. Right now, we've seen the High Council manage to push out and take second pretty successfully. Time getting 2, though, is going to stuff any further pushes they have, any dreams of padding their logs a little bit better. But right now, it is just log padding time, because with less than 30 seconds left, the High Council has no chance of even getting around, and right now it's just Extinction walking forward and seeing what they can get done.
They might actually get around here as well. They're on the point straight away, and this might be the 5-0. Yep, they get the 5-0. So that is a great start for them. 5-0, clean work. A bit more dominant towards the end from them.
Yeah, definitely. I think that they played the first couple of rounds really good, had some good mids, and then after that things started really slipping away from them, especially when that crits play came out. It all went pretty disastrously. And just easy 5-0 for Extinction after their start, and now we're going to go on to Snakewater and see how well they do. But first off, we've got some logs, Lucky.
On that game, I was really impressed with how Fenix did. He really impressed. See now 23 and 12. He was hitting a lot of shots there, just two-shotting a lot of people that I saw, so that was really impressive. And again, of course, Fez, as expected, 25 and 9.
Lev's always been a DM monster, and he really showed up in that game, especially in the later rounds, the clutch plays on last and stuff.
So yeah, coming to Snakewater now. I'd say it's a bit more of a soldier-dominant map, especially this mid. Again, I guess it comes out of the mental as well. How are they going to feel coming into this High Council, being 5-0? It's about the reset, the rebound, and seeing how well they can do that.
Yeah, I want to see them come out swinging on this one. Real quick before we start, what predictions can we get for this map, Lucky?
I think I'm going with Extinction again. I think it's going to be a bit closer, maybe like a 3-2, 4-1, but I'll go with 4-1.
All right, I'm thinking more 3-1, 4. Yeah, I'll swing for Extinction 3-1 though.
All right, well, coming to this first mid. No one going too crazily fast here. Looks like it's going to be pretty standard. As I will gonna hop on the time cam, see how well he does here in his first mid. And coming out, pretty standard, both demos rolling out the same way. No real early damage either from both teams here. Some good stickies from time onto the top right. And he is going to be able to push the enemy team back there. Here's some good stickies. Soldier Bomb is, going to be denied. Good pipe from time to deny that Soldier. And the frags here, they are going towards more side of the Extinction right now. And three down here for the side of High Council, and that is really going to have to force him out of the mid. And Gus, he is also going to be finding an exit frag onto DBZ, and this might actually have to be an exit to last here from the High Council. So another pretty dominant mid there from Extinction.
Yeah, that hard pipe deny. I think that was a pipe deny onto Undrex, was it? Really?
Yeah.
Or was it Dom? Pretty hard for High Council to recover from that one on the mid. Definitely that's going to make it harder for them to recover their mental.
Spy,
like you said, no rebound.
I was just about to say, we see a spy, but he just gets insta-gib, so I guess it doesn't matter at the end of the day. And now Red, they are going to try and, see what they can do. They get lobby now, because they do get a pick, so they do have a bit more room to work with. See if they can find maybe a sack or an opening here. As Fez going to be clearing stickies for his team. So nobody gets gibbed by that. And it looks like we are going to go into a pretty standard stalemate. Time is going to be taking quite a bit of damage. And, we see 2 frags coming out. I think a double sack going on while still clearing lobby. So, drop. Okay, I did not notice that until now. A drop is going to come out there onto Max. So, and TBZ going down as well. So, Yeah, that's really not ideal, and this should, in theory, convert around here for Extinction.
Yeah, this really isn't the best way to start off this map for sure. They're going to be pretty rough for this one. They're going to try to get those off classes up. Engineer coming up out of the left side from Lev, but I don't really know how much they can do against the full Uber advantage.
Well, actually, Time is going to go down to that Sentry, and Fez is also going to go down to Bread, and this is actually turning out pretty well. Smazza will find it for into Bread there, but Lev is going to find Gus, and I'm not sure if this Uber is going to end up well. Good rocket there from Smazza, but it's not going to net him much. He's not going to find a frag. Fenix is going to find a frag there. Pickaxe out. Oh, Smazza! He's going to find a Minecraft DBZ. Oh my goodness. I thought that wasn't going to work out for him when I saw that happen, but he hits it, so hats off to him, but sadly the Uber convert for them, but doesn't even matter. We saw someone get pickaxe. I think that's pretty good anyway.
Yeah, the sliver of HP play from Smazza worked out nicely for them for sure. But I mean, they still are sitting on last. They do have a little bit of Uber advantage, but definitely pushing out of this last is a risky play. There's so many ways for players to leak behind. And, you got to ask yourself, is my Uber advantage enough to securely take second without having to either use too early or just get shoved back to last?
Yeah, what I'm finding interesting right now is the sniper up on blue. They're actually, which is not typical of you see when you want to push out. So I think blue are just going to be making room for their sniper here, which, I don't blame them. They might not have known the ad, or also it's very hard to just push out of this last in general. So the Uber ad wasn't massive, so they may have just said, hey, maybe it's just better to get DBZ on the sniper and see if he can get anything done here.
Yeah, we've got now counter-sniping from Smazza. Going to be pretty interesting to see which one wins this one. But for sure, I think that... Oop, yep, that's Undrix going down now from a pretty aggressive play from Extinction. They're not looking to hold this too hard. They're looking to get some really aggressive plays in here, which they really should be doing. I don't know whether High Council didn't know their ad or if they just didn't want to risk pushing out. Either way, they have to be able to keep that in mind, keep these aggressive plays going, because if they really get pushed too hard on the defensive, they're never going to be able to do anything.
Fez is just doing a really good job of making room for his team, but the drop, Cam will drop, and that's his first drop of the entire match here, and unfortunately he gets two-shot there by DBZ, so not much you can do about that, I guess, at the end of the day, and it is going to be a pretty clean wipe there, so yeah, bit unlucky there, but that will be really good for High Council to get out, and they should be able to get mid as well here. I don't think they're going to deny, they're only going to deny Smazza, I think, off the forward, so they are still going to walk in here. They have a massive ad. They just have to be careful of, the typical soldier sacks.
With how much impact Smaz's been having, denying him is going to be pretty useful for pushing in here. If they can retain their Uber, not use this, and take this, they're put in a pretty good position for starting off this map. Definitely the best way they could have gotten out of that last situation, for sure, to turn things around. And they're going to need to convert this into a lot more momentum if they want to keep their mental up, though, and make sure this works out a lot better for them. It does look like they're trying to do that with this push into second.
Yeah, and Lev going to be leading the charge here, as there will be a frag there. Fez going to go down, and they actually got a pretty clean take there, and finding the frag onto Fez is also quite good. Not sure if it's going to be enough for them to push in. They do, it says they lose their advantage, but they just used it to get in and take the points that they needed to, and Cam goes down. He drops again. So this will be massive here for High Council to get into it. They do lose both their soldiers, but it was a double sack there. So, yeah, that's going to be massive for them. They just need to wait for their spawners right now and protect their medic and pretty much just take this into last and, kill the off classes and see if they can get this cap.
Looks like Mac was smacking around his soldiers saying, hey, I left some pretty bad logs last map. You've got to make sure he leaves even worse logs this map. And it worked out because that's now, is it 3 drops so far from Cam?
2 or 3, yeah.
Absolutely bailing out the High Council from these positions, and now they're going to have full Uber advantage again from what was looking like an equal position on second.
Smazza is going to be on the snipe, and somebody just went into the stratosphere off that Uber. The sentry gun just sending him into orbit, as the only frag being found so far is the sentry, and Undrex will go down to Gus. And this is honestly looking way better here for Red. Once again, they're just going to be able to hold these off classes, just really proving really hard for High Council to deal with. It looks like they're not really scouting out before they go, which will actually end up them losing that Uber advantage, and well, there we go, everyone wipes out. So that sentry gun really proving strong for Extinction.
It's now Cam smacking around his team saying, you know, I might be dropping, but that's your fault, and you're going to make sure this one goes better. And sure enough, it's gone really well for them. Full Uber advantage now, going to be pushing through this kitchen area. They should be able to take this midpoint pretty effectively as long as they can survive this pressure from both the soldiers. And that now sets them up really well to push for second as well.
Well, there we go. Perfect force there. I think that might have been Lev at the end of that who got that force, so good job from him. He's a known player for just finding ways to get behind and getting value stuff done, so classic Lev move there, really well coordinated from the soldier and him. So now this will mean that they can walk in and see if they can get in here. They don't have Uber on the side of blue, but getting that force is really valuable.
I just say that Lev is genetically a spy main. No matter what class he's playing, he can clearly get behind whenever he wants, pick up those forces, pick up the frags, and yeah, that's just bailed them out of this position again. Kind of like this war going on between these two teams, seeing who can blunder the hardest in these positions. But it's working really well for High Council. Maybe they beefed the last, but they're now getting their mid back again with that Uber advantage. Let's see just how far they can push it. They've decided to pop through kitchen onto Lev.
Yeah, and Lev, he is going to get in, but again, this Uber might not actually net much. They get a trade here, scout for soldier, and they do actually, I was going to say they found another soldier, but he'll actually kill himself there, as now they will come in with the counter, and they're going to come in deep here. I don't think they're going to catch much. They will find the demo, actually, so that is going to be a pretty value pick. Undrex also going to crater from Fess's damage, and now Time is just going to trap up the forward spawn, and overall, that is definitely favouring the side of Extinction.
I'd say that favoured High Council. That was a really good force from Undrex, and even though they're pushed back to last, they do have their Uber advantage again, which if they play this aggressively enough, and hopefully they've gotten their mojo back, gotten their mental back on track, because play this a little bit more aggressively. They've been doing some good plays, getting some good forces. If they can get this back out to second, they're again in a pretty good spot for this round.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of grinding here, so they're going to be at 90 already. And looks like they are going to try and hopefully take this out. The Uber advantage isn't maybe as much as you'd want pushing out of this last. And honestly, it doesn't look like they're going to be doing anything with it. So quite unlucky that the Uber advantage wasn't larger. But as we know, Snakewater last was just incredibly hard to push out of. So they are just going to go for the safer option of just chilling here on last and see if they can just get any picks here. They have the NG still up to deny sacks, and they have Lev on the sniper. And Lev, as you said, he's the DM god, so we'll see if he's going to be able to find any value headshots.
Yeah, definitely want to see what happens when Lev starts peeking this corner. That's a soldier in, though. He's the medic on top of the railing. Has to hit some upwards directs. Kind of gets a bit confused there. Good spot for booming other players whenever they try to jump in. Went pretty badly for him. That is going to give a lot more space for Lev to come out and peek, though.
Yeah, Gus with the beefage in chat, he was a bit confused as you said, and Lev, he is going to try and walk out and snipe. He chose for the hero shot. Not going to work out, and they actually found a couple of frags there. Undrex also going down at the same time, but DBZ will be able to find the frag onto Phoenix to trade and possibly halt any idea of a push here from Extinction. They are going to take lobby though, and see if they can find anything with this room that they're getting in. Be interested to see if Phoenix comes up on the off class here.
Yeah, definitely. That's Lev gone down by the players poking in. Or did I miss something actually? He's back up. Wow. Bread getting a quick kill onto Smaz. That's actually 2 players down now for Extinction. High Council is going to be able to push out of this one, and they're getting their players really forward. Undrex going in, and the scout out as well. See what they can kind of pick up. That's deleted though. Huge bomb coming out of Undrex. Pops the medic up, gets the force onto him. So even though they're 2 players down, they're now having to hold this last with Uber advantage.
Mac. Oh no, I was going to say Mac lived. But he walks around the corner and there's a pipe in his face. That is just completely unlucky. He turns the corner and he is dead. And man, this might turn into a round here. And yeah, Mac in chat saying, what is this game, man? Completely unlucky.
I'm going to call that precognition from Time there. He put that pipe there knowing that Mac would walk into it. It was all planned out from the start. This entire 12-minute round, and that's a long one, has all been for that one moment right there. And surely you've now got 6 rounds in a row being scored by Extinction. This mid is going to mean a lot for the High Council.
Yeah, that was almost like a jump scare on Max Cam, that pipe. And, well, yep, as you said, 6 rounds in a row. That one did take a little bit longer. And the other rounds on process here, but we do go into this second mid, and Bread taking some good aggression. Cam going down straight away there. Dom gonna get a massive pick there. Fenix and Smazza are gonna find some trades there, so player advantage is towards Red, and Fenix gonna find Undrex as well. Lev gonna trade, but Bread is gonna go down to Gus. Lev finds another trade, but it's just a wipe, and Red is gonna use their player advantage very well there to clean up on the players.
Yeah, with some good aggression out of the High Council, especially picking up the medic that early, but the Extinction just manages to spread their players around so far, and you have to watch all 5 angles, you know, to stop them from getting in on you and doing a lot of damage or picking you up. So it's a good move from them to reclaim that point, but the High Council definitely knows they've got it in them to win these rounds and win these fights, but they're going to be on last again, getting the Zob classes up because they've got a disadvantage in Uber.
And there's going to be a pick from Time. He's going to be finding a soldier. So, nice little stat pad there. It won't be able to convert too much there for him. They do have a big ad, so that soldier will spawn though in time. And they are just going to start poking left, seeing what they want to do with this Uber. Looks like they are going to favour the left side here. 95% Lev is going to be trying to get as much damage as possible off, but at the end of the day, they are still going to come in with this massive Uber advantage. And there we go, Mac is going to go down as the first pick there. Not ideal, as the sentry goes down pretty freely. Lev is going to find time though, so that is a good pick there from him. And this last is a little bit of a, you know, they're just staring at each other a little bit here. Red, a bit unsure if they want to continue this aggression after losing time, and at the end of the day, they are just going to say, hey, we still have an ad because Mac died, let's just reset, wait for time to get back up, and see if we can take this ad back in.
Yeah, having Mac go down there is pretty brutal for the High Council. Again, going to be setting up, like you said, Extinction for an advantage push. Their off-classes did seem to do the job by holding off their push mostly, though. But it looks like they actually want to play this a lot more aggressively, getting their players really forward instead of just sitting back and building more off-classes. And Lev suffers for it, standing still on top of the sticky bomb.
But this aggression from Blue is really good. They realize that they don't have Uber just yet on the side of Red team, and they're just going to take this in. Time goes down, Smazza goes down, and Red have a tough choice now. Do we take this Uber advantage into them with the player disadvantage? It looks like they are going to do so. They're going to use this Uber double scout, and well, they actually do get some good value out of it. 2 soldiers go down, but the medic, well, he did actually go down there just then. Fez taking him down, so another very good pick. And Mac, I don't think he's having the best time during this map.
No, definitely not. Seems like both medics have been getting pretty badly bullied at different stages of this one. But sure enough for Cam, like the Chariot was such a powerful weapon in the ages of old, it seems to work just as well in TF2. Those 2 scouts getting quite a lot of space. Doesn't quite give them the last maybe like they wanted, but it got them the medic, which is all they need. So surely enough, another build situation for them. But just again, just full aggression out of the High Council. They just want to take the second before they get Uber again.
Now, Smazza sadly didn't get that mid-air bow that he wanted, and he will crater, and time is going to go down. And this aggression from Blue has been very, very good. They have just been able to take these points. Fenix is actually going to be able to find some good value picks there. He finds another one there, and he will get taken down by Lev. His Tirade is going to get stopped there, but it is such good picks that he got. And Fez actually wants to see if he can work something off of it. They are just going to be sitting in lower. He is going to be waiting for his team to come up. And of course, Mac also going down there once again. So this will be a massive ad here. They are going to take this slow. Soldier high bomb coming in. Cam looking up a little bit late. He is going to be weak, but good cleanup from his team. So he's got very good protection around him to keep this Uber advantage. And they're going to try and take this into last and convert another round.
Yeah, Matt going down there again, and that aggression just doesn't really work out nicely for him. At this stage, he's going to be feeling serious regret for picking Medic as his class yet again. I think he's already expressed in chat. But that's a very aggressive Uber coming in now from the under. Haven't even used that, and they've already gotten on point. Now they finally popped Uber, taken down the sentry gun, gotten quite a lot of space, quite a lot of pressure. But this re-aggression is coming out now from High Council.
Yeah, and all the frags here, it looks like it is going towards Extinction a little bit better here. They are 1 up over High Council, but Fenix, he'll get shot in the back, he'll go down, and DBZ, he's going to find 2 very good frags there. Fez going to take an arrow, he's going to see if he can finish this off, a 1v3, and, well, he gets insta-gibbed, and Cam will go down at the end there. DBZ with, I think, 3 frags in that last, so he's been quite impressive on the side of Blue.
Surely enough, you know, High Council proving that the best offense is good defense, as that completely scuffed push has now managed to get them a full Uber advantage on second, and it's been 100% for a while. Cam's only started building now. If they protect their medic now, they can get mid off this, and maybe even second. That's how big their advantage is, but they have to not lose too many players on mid.
Well, Undrex is going to find the opening frag onto Gus. Smazza is going to trade on him, and oh, nice headshot. There we go, Fenix. he's going to be able to find DBZ, so I wonder if Fenix is going to snipe at any point in this game, and he does. And he will swap off instantly though after getting the frag. Smash are going to jump out of the trap there, and looks like they want to keep coming in here. Bread saying, hey, I want to keep going, guys. You know, we've got some room here. He's, you know, holding his team to come in. And they are going to come in. They have to be careful. Smash taking an aggressive Uber here on Lev. Want to change up the pace a little bit, and Cam will go down. Perfect from Lev. He'll go down at the end there, but Hundrax is going to find Smazzer as well. This looks very favourable for High Council. Oh, well, I say that, and yeah, no, here we go.
Lev left the medic behind to go chase that frag. He did pick up the medic, which worked nicely, but his own medic was left floundering in lower area, cut off by 2 scouts. Disastrous end for him. And now, even though the High Council did manage to pick up the Extinction's medic in that fight, the quicker spawns from them will still allow Extinction to actually have uber advantage and cap the second. So not a bad play idea, but just didn't quite pan out how they wanted to, and they're again going to be forced back to the second, and if they don't build fast enough, they could again find themselves on last.
Yeah, a bit of a Castle's Curse there. No, it seems like these post-Ubers are not working out too well here for High Council. They seem to be getting wiped quite hard at the end of these Ubers, and we do have a spy on Undrix, so we'll see what he can pull off. I think this is like the 4th separate player to be on spy during this match. So Lev, he was trying to do his classic Lev move, but he'll be sniffed out. Oh, that trap. Whew, that was very close. Almost taking down Cam. And the spy, he beefs. He almost tries to get that, and he almost does, but oh my goodness, the pipe's coming out from time. He's just going to be a wipe out 2 players, and well, now they are going to be coming through lower. They're going to try and use this Uber to see if they can get anything. It is going to end up being a trade here. Mac going to be using a tiny bit later here, but oh, Lev going down there. Some stickies working out well, and they're just dropping players here left, right, and center. Brett also going down. Time doing a good job of blasting the players off the point. He gets his axe out. He will chop the scout there in half, and oh, that will secure them their second round of this match.
Yeah, this roulette wheel of off class isn't really benefiting the High Council too greatly here. Losing 2 players while you have Uber disadvantage as well isn't really the best thing. Dropping several more players while it's an Uber exchange is even worse. But it's only 2 down, 11 minutes left. They have time to turn this around if they play it aggressively enough.
Yeah, and we'll see how they change up this mid right now. Top right, Gus will go down straight away to Lev. And DBC, he's going to get another frag. So quick frags going this side. DBC finding another one. And wow, well that was a pretty convincing mid there from High Council. That is what you like to see, and that's what they need to change the momentum of this game.
Exactly, played perfectly by them. They've actually got they've got a direct hit on one of their soldiers as well, so you know, maybe pulling out just a few more interesting strats that you won't really see in the pugs. And it gets the demo, man. That's time going down as the Uber exchange comes out. This is now a really good position with a better Uber and no demo. So High Council has a chance to really push this through the last if they want to do it.
Doesn't look like they are going. Oh my goodness, Canvas Ace a direct hit. He is in fear going to run for a pack there. So it doesn't look like they are going to take it in at the end of the day. And it doesn't look like they really have an ad at the end of the day either. So they are just going to reset here. But they definitely need to find something if they want to start converting these rounds. Red, as much as they probably don't want to be on their last, I think they're pretty happy just sitting there with an engineer denying sacks. So it is really up to High Council to find something here.
Yeah, definitely not the worst place for Extinction to be. I mean, they're sitting on their last, but it's even Ubers, they have their off classes, and they're 2 rounds up. So every single minute that comes off the clock is just beneficial for them. But I mean, you can't get too complacent, because the position you don't want to be in is you get rolled through a round, there's 5 minutes left, and then they just sweep you from mid to last.
Well, this direct hit is showing his its use here. Smazzy going to go down to it. And a double trade there, as it looks like it was a double sack. And they will find the sentry, but that won't be enough for them to push in, obviously. So now they're just going to wait to see if Red does counter-sack. It seems to be fighting lower. DBZ will actually end up losing it to Gus. And they are 3 plays down, but they get their spawners now. So we'll be interested to see if Red, they do want to take this out with that player advantage. Red on the loose cannon, which is very scary to walk into as a medic. Yeah, that double donk can really prove to be very scary and a bit of a gimmick. As looks like they cancel their push. A bit slow from them. Smazza is just going to end up sacking. See if he can get anything here. He comes out with a pickaxe and he will just get hammed instead. And
looks like the High Council's magic wasn't working too much. They've fully moved over to the priest side. They put all their faith into the gimmick, seeing how this works out. You know, doing the roulette wheel of primary weapons now.
And we see now DBZ on the snipe actually, so... Oh, and he gets the med. Wow, he drops the med, so that is perfect for them now. And they get the sentry as well before they even come in, so this is going to be massive. And they should convert around here, as long as they just focus the people they want to and get the frags that they need to, they should be fine. All they have is a soldier and a pyro to deal with right now. The pyro goes down, soldier in the air, and the first round of this match for the High Council happens now in a pretty good time. They have a lot of time to get in the round here, so hopefully they can keep this momentum up.
The degenerative mental effect of the unlocks is really getting to extinction, it seems, as they drop that round. But I mean, still not the worst situation for them, but I mean, 7-8 minutes left on the clock. They do have to pull out some of their best plays right now, because High Council is looking like they've got control back of them, Smat.
Not pretty standard mid so far, nothing crazy, as Gus, he will actually find the soldier there. So good opening pick for him, and not what you want to see for High Council. They definitely want to keep this player advantage for them to convert these mids, and big bomb coming in there, and it's just gonna destroy. Completely, pretty much perfect coordinated aggression there from Extinction, and well, really, that momentum that I was hoping that they would continue there, they don't. And of course Mac also going down, so Undrex, he's going to get caught out as well. Fez going to find him, he's going to go down, and well, Extinction, that momentum, they've completely halted it and swung it in their direction.
Yeah, this is exactly the situation Extinction wanted. Get themselves out of their funk, you know, deny heavily the use of off classes, the use of off primaries. Only one sniper. I almost scared myself there. Only one sniper out of the side of the High Council. It's time for DBZ Warrior to spin the roulette wheel and see if he can get anything happen. Uber Advantage, however, comes in through the top left side from Extinction, seeing what they can get with it.
Fenix will go down at the start there, Undrex finding that. Fez going to be able to fight a scout there, he'll fight Liv and win it at the end of the day. Cam will somehow finish off a soldier there, and it's chaos right now. Cam will actually end up going down. Fez stuck in a corner here, fighting for his life as his team comes in to try and help. And there's that double donk, killing Gus at the end of the day. But really, it's just Fez now. He's up against the medic, and he'll actually win that. Out of all that chaos, well, Extinction find themselves on top.
Looks like Matt can't quite pull a Cam, and win the last point all by himself, which is going to leave 3-1 for Extinction. High Council have shown that they can wrestle control of things, push them back to their last. They need to show their best again, swing this around. 5 minutes left, they're going to be feeling some serious time pressure though, because, I mean, right now, if they don't play this almost perfectly, then they can almost say, with certainty, kiss goodbye to another map.
Yeah, well, they've really got to... Looks like they might want to change up these mids here, maybe get some more aggression in, but... So far, it looks like they are just going to be playing a standard mid. Both soldiers on the red side are going to be coming in, and Brett is going to go down straight away to Smazza. He will get traded out, but the pick is just very valuable there from Smazza. Lev is going to find another one, though, onto time. Fenix will trade that out, but pretty much even players right now. Blue is going to be stuck towards their source side. Gus is going to take down DBZ, and, well, again, it just seems like it's a complete collapse onto High Council, and, well, they're going to also have an Uber out here, because Mac doesn't have anyone to heal right now.
He is going to get out though, so it's not the end of the world, especially once that second's been captured. He'll probably manage to have that Uber for holding last, but I mean, the situation they don't want to be in is holding last, even Ubers in a stalemate. This game needs to keep moving. They do get the force going though.
Yeah, Lev does Lev things with the Invis watch on Scout, and he will be able to just walk into Cam, hit 2 shots, and get the force out. So just Lev things, and probably what they need, probably what they want. To see if they can swing this around with such little time left on the clock. So good job from Lev there, and they are going to be able to push out pretty easily here. They do have to worry about Smazza though, and well, there's the force there. Gus actually ended up getting that force at the end of the day, and they're back capping here, and that was Smazza on the cap. He will not get it, but man, that was close.
Yeah, brings 3 back as well, which is going to give space for Extinction to recap the second point. Still a bit of pressure coming out from the side of the High Council, but they did lose their own player for the 2 that were lost on the side of Extinction, so not really able to really capitalize on that. And now again, if you're High Council, you're facing a situation which you don't want to be in, which is a stalemate. At this stage, the game needs to keep moving one way or another, and they need to try to make something happen for it. Really good play for Smazza though, playing his spy class again as well, showing he can do the same as Lev.
Yeah, well, and they actually are at a pretty decent disadvantage, pretty much 30%. I don't know if Red will be aware of it, but it looks like they do maybe want to go through lower, maybe right side, or maybe just take in lobby here, but the Uber is pretty much just going to be up, and they actually do take the Uber through right side, bombing time deep, and actually Mac is stuck in spawn. He's got no one to heal here. He will get this Uber though, and they will probably be able to just reuse here and collapse here. The cap time isn't that much, so that's not much of a threat right now. and they are going to be actually cleaning up all the frags there, so good counter Uber there, and that will net them a few frags, but at the same time, they didn't get many themselves there. They actually lost a few players themselves, and now there is going to be re-aggression from Red, but it doesn't look like it's going to net them much, and they are going to wipe. Their spawners just spawning now.
Not a lot of frags all coherently, but the important part was they got the medic, which unfortunately isn't actually going to give them any Uber advantage because they took so long to be healing after that engagement. So unfortunately, even though they picked up the med, still even Ubers holding second. Better than holding last, but still not going to be the best for things. And with losing 2 players, they might even be able to hold second.
Yeah, Fez decides he's had enough and he's just going to entry with 2 frags there, and DBZ's also going to go down to Fenix, and well, again, not what you want to be in right now. Three plays down, only 1 just spawning now. So, Mackey's going to have to try and just get this Uber, and then they're going to have to decide how they're going to break this. Smaz are going to try and enter top right. He's going to go down straight away. And they are still in the right side here, and the Soldier coming in onto Mac. Big rocket, but it won't be enough. DBZ Warrior, he is going to be able to find Fenix, Lev finding Gus, so that's a player advantage that they want and to push out here, but again, they're 2 rounds down, 2 minutes left. I don't know if this is going to be possible.
No, I mean, every single person is going to start chiming in and saying, I saw my cousin's uncle brother on that one team get 2 rounds in 2 minutes. But, we're not watching TF2 from then. This one's going to be a little bit harder for them to pull off. Even Uber Exchange on point, however. Not too much going either way, just a player down on each side. Cam getting launched by a rocket, getting cleaned up just by a very long-range rocket shooting there by Undrex. 2 players left now, but it's looking to go in the way of Extinction. They kept the point, both medics dead, so, I mean, High Council, you're just right back at square one.
Yeah, I mean, if the time limit already wasn't a nail on the coffin, I think that will be a nail on the coffin, and Fez just is like, you know what, I'm just gonna cap, why not, let's just get another round as Soldier is gonna just get chipped away, and he, loses momentum, so, that's probably Soldier's worst nightmare. Trying to move and the scout's just saying you can't because I'm left clicking on you, so unlucky.
Now with just over a minute left, I don't quite think it's possible to get 3 rounds. We'll see what High Council decides to do this mid anyway. Bread getting there roughly in pretty decent time, exchanging some stickies, but I mean, nothing too aggressive out of either side so far.
Yeah, well here we go, this blue Soldier's going to be doing double bomb, and it's going to pay off well, as they do get time. Smasa is going to trade onto Undrex, they do find a scout as well. Don is going to be down and lower, but he's not going to find anything. Brett caught out by Fenix, he's going to go down. Lev will trade onto Gus, but the player advantage is just too large here, and well, there we go. Don with his ragdoll front flipping onto mid. Fez will find him, and well now, really there's nothing they can do, quite literally. We do see crits actually here from Cam, they're doing this strategy again, and we'll see who actually takes this, because time is still rolling out, so they might just take it on time anyway. Mac does have Uber, so let's hope he doesn't drop to this, because that would be a nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I mean, even Uber's on each side. As long as the crits are anticipated, then Uber beats crits. But I mean, so far, I doubt anyone's really thinking this is going to happen. Player goes down, Fritz comes out, launches a soldier, but Uber has come out very quick in defense. And that's a lot of frags being picked by High Council. 9 health left on Fez. Stays alive to prevent the team wipe, but that's game over anyway. Also, just in case Gus watches through this, I want him to know that, yes, we did catch his bomb on mid. He bombed right on top of the medic and missed 2 rockets from on top of his head. So, yes, that is going down in history.
Very well done there from Extinction, actually ending up gonna be taking the first map 5-0 and then Snakewater 4-1, so gotta say a pretty dominant victory.
Again, time top damaging there, pretty impressive stuff. Fez showing off 32 frags on Scout, but yeah, just overall really solid gameplay from all the players. Not quite as close as we expected from the 5th and 6th seeds, but for sure was, some good TF2.
Yeah, shout outs from me as everyone who came here today and everyone who was patient, especially here in Mumble when I had so many technical issues. And shout outs to the players, showing a good match, regardless of the score. It actually was pretty close.
This was the high match for ozfortress Season 32, Week 1. It was the High Council of Wizards Priest versus Extinction. Make sure to subscribe to it. All the games come out afterwards. Or you can just decide to subscribe to Critscast on the Twitch, and you get to access to the unedited footage. After that, we also have the Twitter, which you can see there. Follow us, twitter.com/Critscast, and the Discord. Join it. There's lots of stuff going on there as well. And then there's a Patreon as well, which you can do, and there's lots and lots of merch. So, I mean, these are good things to do. hop on the Patreon and buy some merch. I mean, honestly, guys, there's good TF2 merch, and I trust you're not going to look out of place at LAN, you know? Apart from that, thank you all for tuning in. There's going to be more of OzFortress if you've enjoyed this, more sixes coming up, and as always, more Highlander and other things as well. So stay tuned, everybody, and thanks for the stream.
Hi, old beaver! Away!